What's up, Geeksters? It's me, Omar from geeksterlabs.com. Today I have another sneak peek video at the iPhone 8. So for those of you that may have not had a chance to see my original iPhone 8 dummy mock-up iPhone video, that's where I basically showed you this one right here. And this is the 3D printed iPhone 8 mock-up that I had, and in that video I didn't release the information as far as the case company that sent me the 3D model plans that this 3D printed model was based off of, but it was in fact SrJaZk cases, and I guess they saw my cheapy 3D printed version that I have here, and they decided to go out of their way and have a nicely produced iPhone 8 mock-up. So this is the legit iPhone 8 full-scale dummy. Everything looks legit on this. Obviously it's not a working model, there's nothing on the inside, at least that I'm aware of. It doesn't function, doesn't turn on or anything like that, but it looks like a 100% legit iPhone. So I wanted to give you guys some close-up details of the iPhone 8 in comparison to the iPhone 7, and also show you an iPhone 8 case and a few other cases that SrJaZk cases is working on to have ready for the iPhone 8. So let's get a close-up of this. Alright, so here's a close-up look at the iPhone 8. As you can see there, those buttons look a little bit different. They have like a nice chrome finish on the edge there, that chamfered edge. Had the standby, the mute switch right there. On the back, of course, we have what supposedly is going to be a glass back on the new iPhone 8 with the dual cameras. I even heard one video of another person that was talking about the iPhone 8 that said that maybe there's going to be a way to where, because currently on the iPhone 7 Plus, obviously the camera goes this way, and when you shoot video horizontally it goes into this orientation, but when you shoot it straight it goes like this. No, it's in a different direction. And so they were actually saying that maybe Apple figured out a way to where you could hold your iPhone and film in this format, but when you actually view the video it'll be horizontal. Maybe they'll be able to have a way to flip the way the camera is recording. I think that'd be pretty cool, because I really hate seeing vertical videos. That'd be a nice thing to see on there. As you can see here, this is gonna supposedly be a glass back on the iPhone 8. This is a nice gloss finish. I guess that could make it prone to breaking easily, so that's probably why you'd want to have a case like the case I'm going to show you here from SrJaZk. In comparison to the iPhone 7, you can see that the size is a slight difference right there. It's slightly larger. The this camera is much bigger on the back of the iPhone 7 right there compared to these two cameras. I'm not sure how this size of the cameras on the mock-up, how they stack up against the iPhone 7 Plus. I don't have a 7 Plus with me right now. But you can see there, the thickness is almost identical. I can't really tell a difference in the thickness at all, really. It's just the size of the 8, the supposed 8, is slightly wider and slightly taller. And of course, you guys have heard it's probably going to have a full screen type of thing, OLED screen, which hopefully that'll be cool, because that'd be very nice to have. Another thing I've been hearing about too is wireless charging. So I don't know if that's Qi charging, whether it's like just the iPhone sitting on the mat making contact with it, or if it will truly be wireless, like not actually making contact with a little device or a hub to be able to charge up. That would be really awesome if that was the case. The fingerprint scanner is no longer there, at least the area where it resides right now, the Touch ID. So supposedly that's going to be underneath the glass, which would be pretty cool. I've even heard some people maybe thinking that they're going to just forego a Touch ID altogether and use the camera on the front to do facial recognition to unlock the phone. And I even heard another hint or another rumor that maybe it's going to have dual front-facing cameras. So there'll be dual cameras on the back and then dual cameras on the front up here. And obviously this isn't a really good example of what the screen is going to look like, but supposedly the full screen is going to be one complete screen with a little bit of a notch at the top for those cameras and those proximity sensors and things that reside on the very top right there. And that's kind of going to be what the iPhone 8 looks like. But this is a really nice mock-up. Everything looks pretty much legit. Even the ports and everything, the grills and stuff, look like, you know, everything that I've been seeing so far online with people with all the leaks and things like that. So obviously no more headphone jack still does not appear to be on here, and that is not going to be a USB-C port. It still looks like it's a lightning port. So that is the iPhone 8. So here's one of the cases that SrJaZk cases has been working on, and just to give you guys some context of how they got a hold of this dummy model and how they got a hold of the plans for the 3D printed one that I showed you earlier. So SrJaZk cases has their cases produced in factories in China, just like all other case companies. And so some of those factories are the same factories that produce the cases for companies like OtterBox and, you know, Casemate and all those other legit case companies that Apple actually sends the plans to the next iPhone to, so that way they can have their cases ready to go. I don't think SrJaZk cases is one of those companies that has the access to those plans, but through their contacts they were able to receive that information, so that way they can also have their cases ready to go when it comes to the launch of the iPhone 8. And so here's just one of the cases that SrJaZk has coming up. This is kind of similar to one of the other other similar style cases. This is like a TPU type of case. And I don't know what this is going to retail for. I'm not even sure what this case is going to be called, but this is just like one of the prototypes that they sent me to show you guys. And here, I'll show some pictures here of some other cases that they have planned, which look pretty sharp and really nice for the iPhone 8. So there's going to be a bunch of other cases they're going to have ready to go at launch from when the iPhone 8 comes out. And they're also going to be converting some of their current iPhone 7 cases in order to fit the iPhone 8 as well. So just something to keep in mind if you guys are interested in looking at cases. Usually SrJaZk has really affordable cases. I believe most of their cases retail from like $10 to $20, so pretty reasonably priced and inexpensive when it comes to iPhone cases. So that's it for today, guys. This video has been sponsored by SrJaZk cases. I really appreciate them sending me this mock-up. It's really cool to have this and to kind of be able to see what it possibly will be like to hold an iPhone 8 before we actually get to see what it is and what it looks like in September. So that's really cool. I really appreciate them sponsoring this video. And if you guys want to check out any of their products, I'll put a link down below in the description if you want to look at any of their other cases for the current iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. So that's it for me today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next review.